Good morning. Welcome to the Alpine Church of Spiritual Living. I'm going to be reading the thought for the week, and if you can join me down on the bottom, I'd appreciate that. There is sweetness in this season of Christmas that underlies all. It is found in the songs that tell of the baby's birth and the reindeer hooves on the rooftops. It is in all the hustle and bustle of party planning, making Christmas cookies, and buying those special gifts. It seems to almost fly by. But don't let yourself miss the sweetness. Don't let yourself be too busy to stop, to remember and feel the gift we have all been given this season, the gift of joy. Oh, it can be so subtle, for it is not overpowering. It lies in repose, awaiting a nod of acknowledgement. We are told to become as children if we are to enter the kingdom, and this kingdom is one of joy. There is no better time of the year to become as a child with wide-eyed expectations. There is no better time than right now to receive and give the gift of pure, unbridled joy that delights in being passed from one person to the next. I have said these things to you so that my joy may be in you and that your joy may be complete. How blessed we are to remember and recognize the gift of joy the Christ child brings to every heart that is willing to open to it. There are no qualifications, no stipulations, no requirements to receive this gift other than being open and willing. Set your intention this week to receive the gift of joy in each and every moment. Live free and easy and feel the sweetness of divine joy. Say with me, I am delighted and grateful for God sending the gift of his Son to earth so that my joy is rekindled, reborn, and glows as a bright and shining light to all. The sweetness of the season is upon me, and I joyfully pass it along as I say, have yourself a merry little Christmas now. Well, here we are, the second Sunday in December, and our topic this morning is joy. Before I dive more deeply into our topic of joy, though, I want to do a little bit of a review on what we talked about last week, which is the power, the quality of faith. Faith is something that we have a substance in that is unseen. We can't see it with eyes, we can't smell it, we can't touch it, but is stronger than anything that is in the physical. Faith is knowing that there is a divine presence, a divine spirit, a divine power that is living our lives. And as we allow ourselves to submit to it, to surrender to it, to allow its will to be our will, life takes amazing turns and amazing ways that we would never have expected. So I want us to remember, to deepen our faith in knowing that this divine loving energy is always for us, always giving us exactly what we have need of. So there is no reason to fight it. There's no reason to question. There is a reason, though, to bring ourselves into alignment with it. That means that we take the opportunity, that we take the time to center ourselves, to bring ourselves in to the awareness that at each and every moment I am living in the life of God. And this God presence is filling me, and I'm looking for it. I'm expecting it. I have a joyous expectation that good is being revealed through every relation I have, through every encounter that I have, through every decision that I make. So please, please, this Christmas season, bring that awareness much more to the forefront of your consciousness. It was interesting, as I have been recovering from this open heart surgery, I had a call from one of the members of our Martin Luther King choir. She's actually the board president, and she is the head of our prayer team, and just an amazing woman, amazing consciousness. And we were talking about my time in the hospital and some of the challenges I had there, and then coming home and just having to lie around, not being able to do what I thought I would be able to do. And she, in her background, many years ago, had a brain aneurysm. And she came through it and was in the hospital for 3 months. Here I am, quote, complaining about 1 week. And so she told me in this conversation, she said, let me remind you of the fruits of the Spirit, which is written in Galatians. And she started reeling them off. She said, they are love, joy, peace, patience. I'll stop there. For I was not demonstrating patience at all. I was demonstrating frustration, disbelief. I can't believe it. How could this be? And it was a beautiful time to just take that realization that whatever is happening is for my highest and best good, and to allow myself to accept it, to not fight it. How many times do we fight things in life? It does us no good. That energy is not helpful whatsoever. So I was able just to lie on the couch and let it go. It's also been helpful to, initially I was complaining that I wasn't able to read. I thought that for sure I was going to catch up on all this reading. But again, I was not in a place, I couldn't even meditate. It was very surprising to me how I just had to just veg, literally. But this human body of ours is made of an amazing energy. And for it to recuperate, that's what it took. But I have been, over the last couple days now, been able to pick up a book or two and been able to do the reading that I was hoping to get caught up on. One of them that I have been reading is Michael Singer's latest book, A Living Untethered. And that book is all about letting go of our expectations. Very, very similar, but in a different vein to what we've been reading in Hawkins about letting go, about allowing what is to be. And to see, you see, today's topic is woven in here because we're able to see the joy that spirit, that life, that God, energy, essence, I don't know, whatever you want to call it, is giving us. It is our choice, it's our perspective, how we look at what is going on, and to have that joy of expectation, that joy of a wide-eyed child. The Father said that we cannot come to the kingdom unless we cannot enter the kingdom unless we become his children. So we let go of all of this, these have-tos, these agendas that we as adults place on ourselves, and step back into that arena of childlike expectation, of childlike joy, of trusting that life knows what it is doing. It is all a matter of perspective. It's a matter of changing how we look at things. Frederick Brotherton Meyer was born in London in 1846, and he lived until 1929. And he wrote the quote that I know I've shared with you before, but I thought it was so appropriate to remind ourselves of it today. Joy is peace dancing, and peace is joy at rest. Joy is peace dancing, and peace is joy at rest. Those two are so interwoven and so intertwined. They are literally two ends of the same stick. This joy and this peace is really what life is about. But it takes us knowing it. It takes us living in it. It takes us accepting it. You know, in our Science of Mind teachings, we look at mind. We look at the way that we think. And we know there is one mind. It is the mind of God. And that we are using that mind at all times. And so we look at what are we expecting? What are our goals? What do we view as what we would like to experience in our lives? And so we use that to set ourselves into that arena of expecting good, of expecting this God good stuff to give us exactly what we have need of, even if it means lying on the couch doing nothing. Even if it is something that we didn't think we had on our agenda, on our to-do list. To change our perspective and look and find the way that we can experience the joy and the peace in whatever it is that life is bringing us. Let yourself dance. Let yourself rest. Let yourself be whatever the moment is bringing forth through you. Listen to that God self within you and act accordingly. Live from the joy. I always say, I grew up with joy. My sister was named Joy, and I used to say I blamed her for my name, Gay, but then I decided to change it to I gave her credit because she was 2 years older. So Joy and Gay was the two bookends. And so I grew up with joy. and it's a good thing to recognize that God has given us so much. And to put ourselves into that acceptance that God is good, that life is good, that joy is what my claim to fame. Joy is what is spurring me along in this lifetime. So I ask you to dance, I ask you to sing, I ask you to feel the presence of joy this Christmas season within your heart deeper than you have ever felt before. Become that wide-eyed, expectant child again, knowing that there are beautiful gifts unwrapped, unopened, that we are going to experience at a deeper level than we ever have before. So Merry Christmas. Namaste.